If you have ever adopted a child, then you remember that moment when you knew this is right. And the times that your children are spending the night somewhere else, they're torture because you know you're not going to get to see them again the next day.
Well, you may recall last March when we spoke with Kelly Black of Salisbury as she and her husband were preparing for a trip to Haiti to visit their two children, Mark Eli and Fritzner, whom they were trying to adopt. And as we told you earlier this year, after a long 2.5 years of waiting, Kelly and the family brought their boys home this past April. And Kelly is back with us this afternoon to give us an update on how the boys are adjusting. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks so much for having me.
So I have to ask you, tell me about that moment when the
goodness.
boys came off the plane.
It was fantastic. You know, it was so long awaited, and then it gets here, and you just can't believe it's happening. It's just unbelievable. They loved the airplane ride. They were so terribly confused when we touched down, and all the people were there, and the signs, and the screaming, and the yelling, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
They jumped off the plane, and
Let's go.
we rolled on. That's right.
Okay, so a completely new experience. There's going to be a honeymoon period. There was.
Yes, there was.
And how are things now?
You know, it's good.
Yeah?
It's good. It's not for the faint of heart, but it is good. And you know, every day is an adventure, and it's wonderful, and it's tricky, and it's 4 kids. 4 kids in and of itself is tricky. So, but adding these 2 in the mix it's a good time.
So obviously things are different here in the United States than they were back in Haiti for these boys. How are they adjusting?
They really are adjusting so much better than I thought they would. I really just assumed it would take much longer. It was a good about 6 weeks, and about week 6 we were driving somewhere, and one of them said from the back of the car, just out of the blue, "Mom, we stay here forever?" And I said, "Yeah, man, forever." And that was it. And after that, it was just like, okay, we're staying. So we're gonna take these walls down that have been, you know, they were protecting themselves, and
this is it.
it's been buck wild ever since.
And they asked Mom.
Mom,
Yeah.
all day, every day. Mom, 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 Mom.
All right, so I'm guessing even in a short amount of time, you have probably got a bajillion stories you'd
Oh
like to
my
tell. Can
gosh.
you pick
I
out
sure can.
one story to tell us?
Yep, I will pick one for you and tell you about the day I was vacuuming. You know, I was still in my night stuff, and they're obsessed with animals. They love animals. They've never seen anything like that, and they cannot really put together that wild animals and domestic animals are not the same thing. So they have been talking that I want a squirrel. I want to get that. I want that. I want that. I'm like, you can't catch a squirrel. You can't catch a bird. They're for outside. And so I'm vacuuming, and we had seen some dead birds earlier, and I'm like,
Right.
you don't touch dead birds. You don't touch dead
Right.
things. Vacuuming, and Mom, Mom. And I'm like, what? And I turn around, and he's got a bird in his hand, a live bird. He said, Mom.
Is this it?
No, dead. Yes, that's it. There he is with the bird.
Caught a bird.
And I said, what in the world?
Oh,
and he
my
said, Mom,
goodness.
no dead, I touch it. I said, I see that. Go put it back. And so I said, quick, hold on, let me get my phone real quick. I snapped a picture, and then he took me outside and proceeded to show me how he caught the bird. And then, you know, it's how we roll. We catch birds. That's what we do. We're attempting to catch a squirrel. We'll see how it goes.
Oh,
You don't know.
That'll be another story for next time.
Yeah. They love animals.
We've
That
been
is
following this story for a while with you, and
Yes.
one thing that stands out for me at least is how the community has stepped up to support you. How does that make you
Unbelievable.
feel?
It's amazing. You know, it's right, and it's still overwhelming at the same time. You know, we've had 3 different people from the community just step in and tutor our kids, 3 teachers from 3 different places. The school system that my kids will be in, Westside Intermediate, reached out to us the minute they got home and said, your kids will be coming to our school next year. Let us help you, and started giving us resources. It's been unbelievable. 2 other people that don't even work for Westside have been tutoring them on the sides. You know, of course, there was Zebly, who was on with us. There was the big, you know, the big soiree that helped us bring them home. It's just been unbelievable. People just sending a check in the mail and saying, I bet things are tight.
This has
Go
been
get some food. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
For those, maybe somebody going through the same process, do you have any advice for them or any words of wisdom?
You know, hold on tight. It's a long, long process. It's hard to be separated from your kids when you know that they're your kids, and just hold on and get ready,
Hold
because
on tight.
when it's time for them to come home, it's amazing. It's amazing, but it's no joke.
Gets even better. Kelly,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you so much for
It's
joining
so
us
nice.
again.
Such an
Thank you
Look
amazing
forward to talking to you
story.
again.
Thanks so
Wish
much.
you luck.
How about
Thank
that?
you.
Well, maybe you too are thinking about expanding your family, but you're thinking more along the lines of a pet.
Brian Spiros has been introducing us to several cats and dogs that are looking for their fur ever home. Get it, fur ever. Today he's going to be at Baywater Animal Rescue in Cambridge. Brian?
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, there are so many great animals here at the Baywater Animal Rescue in Cambridge, and they are all looking for a home. We're going to introduce you to some of them, and they may just make a great pet. You're watching Delmarva Life. We will be right back.